everybody. We are in Mason, Texas. We're here to see the statue, the Old Yeller statue, which is at the, I think this is the library right here. And then there's like a museum here somewhere too that's open one day a month. Little town, interesting stuff to see. I like driving through little towns as opposed to the freeway, so I'm happy with that. So we're gonna see the Old Yeller statue, which if you recall from Fox lore, is the movie that my dad made me watch when I tried to tell him I wasn't crying at the end of Home Alone. And he was like, oh, it's just allergies? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, we'll watch another movie. And we went home from the movie and put on Old Yeller and just sat on the couch and bawled our eyes out. And it was my dad teaching me, like, it's okay to cry, it's okay to have emotions. So, but it's exciting, we're gonna see the statue now. Here it is. This is Old Yeller. He's got they captured the crazy eyes a little bit there. Very good. If you weren't traumatized by this movie in the 80s or early 90s, spoiler alert, Old Yeller dies at the end because he gets rabies. And that's why that was like a cautionary tale for all of us youths to be like, remember to get your dog their rabies vaccine. But yeah, heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. What a good boy, Old Yeller. Sorry. All Disney movies did in the 80s was kill off our favorite animal characters, so I'm so sorry for you. Okay, my friends, we are now in Brady, Texas. Welcome to the heart of Texas. Now, this is apparently a hotly contested title down here in Texas because we also have another town claiming to be the heart of Texas, but we're going to go to the actual geographic center of Texas, which is Rochelle. So I forget what we're trying to see here, but there's a cool mural. We'll go see the cool mural. Layla's just chilling in the AC. I think it's this little Texas statue. It's this little Texas thingy here. All right, Brady. So here we have the heart of Texas, Brady. Brady was designated as the heart of Texas in 1923. The geographic center of Texas is 20 miles north of this point, which is what we're going to see next. So there it is. The heart of Texas. I don't know what this building is here. Heart of Texas in Brady, Texas. Okay, so here's the mural. This is really cool. We got Austin, 127 miles. We got this crazy elk. I think it's elk. I don't think they have moose down here, do they? We got El Paso is 464 miles. That is very far. We've never been close to El Paso on this trip, although we've been close to a lot of Texas. Dallas is 219. We got the heart of Texas here, Brady. We got a lot of wild cars. Abilene, we're going there next. Not next, but we're going there today. And Lubbock and Yano. I don't know how to pronounce that. Averages welcomes you to the heart of Texas. The true heart of Texas. Drama. Decisions were made. So we're in the heart of Texas roadside park. There's not really much here, but there is this tower. And supposedly when we climb this tower, we're going to see the best view of the heart of Texas all around us. So let's hope we don't die. Looking to make sure there's no snakes. And we're just gonna go up to the top of this tower, despite my trust issues with man-made devices like this. And here we go. Wow. That's so Texas. You can see quite a bit of Texas. Very Texan up here. If you were doing a picnic lunch, it's actually like a cute space right off the freeway there. And you can stop and use these picnic tables, but here we are. Okay, so just up the road from the park, literally you come out and then you make it right. The geographic center of Texas, so 5 miles northwest of here is the actual geographic center, but this is where you can see the sign. Let's stop here. And good place for a doggy to pee on the side of the road. She's very curious about the smells, and I'm like, dear Lord, please, let's just get in the car. But we have been to the geographic center of Texas, the heart of Texas. Brownwood is the other place that claims it is the heart of Texas. That is not. That is the contested one. So we are here. Let's go. I am at a steakhouse in some part of Texas, but I'm not having steak. I'm just here to see Barbadilla. There she is, a giant armadillo. And there's her name underneath, Barbadilla. I'm just parked on the side of the road to check her out, and then I'm gonna get back on the road. But here we are. We drove a little ways out of the way to see I mean, worth it, absolutely. All right, we are here at the Albaline, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Texas Visitor Center, which is home to these floating buffalo. The one on the end here is like really working the wind. If you hear a sound, that's what that is. But beneath these flying buffalo is this very large buffalo skull. I don't think it's the world's largest. It doesn't make those kinds of claims, but it's pretty big. And we drove to Texas to see it. Here it is. Large buffalo skull of Albaline, Texas. Probably stop pretending I know what type of part of Texas we're in anymore. But here we are at Truckbed Henge. This is supposedly, I think, inspired by the Cadillac Ranch, which I had hoped to go to on this trip, but it's like a little too far west to like be reasonable. So we're here at Truckbed Henge, the next best thing. And there's a cross in the middle. Beautiful day for this. These are all truck beds that have been spray painted with some stuff. R.I.P. cuz, yep. Pour one out for the homies. Pour one out for the homies at Truckbed Henge. It's right off the freeway, so like, if you're a weirdo like me, you can definitely stop and see this. Here's the view from the front. I don't know who Brenna Troncoso is, but view from the front, you can see that the cross is all hubcaps, which is pretty cool. This is pretty neat. You know, someone who like really likes weird art, like this is something you would see in like East Jesus or Slab City, so I like it. And then across the road from Truckbed Henge is this cute little VW Spider. So cute, little car, spider vibes. I love it. Here's from across the road. You can see a little more wider shot there. Okay, and there's apparently the Texas Cowboy Reunion is here as well. So lots going on in this little part of town. But next thing you know, we're going to be on Route 66. My friends, the journey of Route 66 begins. We are in Shamrock, Texas. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first installment of my 2026 100-year anniversary of the Mother Road video series where I drive around the country and look at weird shit on Route 66. In this 2026, the 100th anniversary of the Mother Road. I think you got that, but it's windy. We're in Shamrock. It's really windy. This is the Magnolia gas station that they have like remodeled. It's the Pioneer West Museum is here as well. We're not going to do all that because it's the afternoon. We have places to be. But here's the sign here. About to blow away. If we get into a tornado, that would be cool, but also probably not a very auspicious start to the day. So yeah, here we are. So it originally opened May 18th, 1929 was the grand opening of it, and then this has been, it's not a functioning gas station at this time, obviously, but we're going to head up to the next gas station, which is famous, which is functioning, the Tower Station. So, but this was like the first one, so you'd like come off at 83, I guess, the road to nowhere. I don't know where you'd come off of. You'd come into Shamrock and you'd be like, fill it up. Little fire truck here. Pretty nice. There's a bathroom. Is there really a bathroom? Wow. That's soyvis. I don't think there is. Yeah, I wouldn't believe that. But anyway, this is very, very cool. And we have, aside from the wind, I wanted to get a picture of me and Layla together, like our first stop on the trip. But I don't know. It's a little windy out here for her. We'll see. I think I'm going to try to just sneak her out real quick. So, starting the journey in the middle of it. We're not doing this end to end. We're doing this piecemeal throughout the course of the year. So here we are in Shamrock, Texas. Okay, so we're joining Route 66, as I said, in Shamrock, Texas here. And so we have this cute little park. This is the Blarney Stone Park. So we have the Welcome to Shamrock sign. I'm going to show you the Blarney Stone. Okay, so right here, just before you get to the Magnolia station, you can see over there is the famous Shamrock water tower, which we're going to just pop into there real quick because they have a nice mural over there that we want to see. But this is the Blarney Stone Plaza. Now, there are two Blarney Stones here in Shamrock, Texas. Okay, so this is the real one. We're going to see the real one first. and then there's a false one and a couple streets over. Here's St. Patrick, my guy. It was just your holiday last week. I guess I could have put back on my famous for my Irish goodbye t-shirt that I was wearing. So here's a picture of Blarney Castle, and here is the Blarney Stone inside this little thing here. Okay, so how this happened, this part of the Blarney Stone from Ireland, just part of it chipped off, and they were like, let's give it to Shamrock, Texas, and they'll be like our sister, they'll help us with tourism, they'll be our sister city. Shamrock, Texas was like, sure, yeah. So it's in here. The stone, the Blarney Stone, is in this little container here. You get the story right here. So if you kiss the Blarney Stone, you will never be at a loss for words. So it's supposed to, like, I don't know, help you be more. Maybe I should kiss it, and it'll help me finish my book, get it out there. Yeah, in 1959 it arrived here, and it was brought in by guards and armored trucks. So kind of crazy. This is a little old town. Humble beginnings over here. You can see humble beginnings, and yet important stuff. So here's the story, right? Okay, so this here is the Blarney Stone, and it's in this like cylinder, this very dated looking, very cute cylinder. So this is the stone. That's why people are leaving money here. I should leave a pen here. So are we gonna kiss the stone? I don't want to. It's, you know, communicable diseases, so we'll go and we'll do that. We'll transfer. Okay, we did it for luck. There we go. So now we are underneath the water tower, the Shamrock water tower, which I will pan up and show you that. But this is their Route 66 mural here. Shamrock, Texas, home of the Midnight Cowboy. I don't know who Bill Mack is. I mean, I know he's the Midnight Cowboy, clearly, but that's all I got for you. We got a train coming through, we got an oil well, there's the water tower itself on the mural, more oil stuff, and now there's the Tower Plaza that we're going to go to now. We're in Tower Plaza. Tower Station, sorry. We got a picture of the Magnolia station, some farm workers there, something selling fish sticks. This is pretty cute. I like this. This is a nice mural. Much approved. Let's look at the tower here. You can't really see it from here. You have to be away from it. Well, I showed you in the other video, I think, a little bit, but there's the tower. I don't know if you can hear this. In the wind, the water tower is making crazy sounds. Like that breeze came through. Maybe that's the water tower, like, distributing water somewhere. But I think the wind is like, it doesn't look like it's moving. You hear that? Spooky. Right, I promised I would show you the false Blarney Stone. This is not the Blarney Stone, but it is in town. I think it's like a less of a big deal now that they used to hide it from people. Like now they're like, here's both of them. But this one here is the false one. It's in this little, there's a cute little mural here with this little Irish lass and her geese. This is like between, there's City Hall is right there across the street, and it's between 3rd and 4th. So that's 3rd Street there, and then 4th Street over this way. So if you want to come see the false one, it's got a little gazebo here, but it's a cute little stone, but it's not the real thing. Didn't really come over here. Okay, also found this cute little mural here on the side of the building. And there's also a Shamrock, Texas road. Shamrock, Texas, like neon sign up there. It's really cute. So we gotta get going. Away. All right, y'all. I stand corrected. You can't actually. I thought this was a working one, but I guess it's not. It is a functional restaurant, though, just not today. I guess nothing's open on Sundays in Shamrock, Texas. I just made my own parking space. We're just gonna hope the best. So anyway, this is the restoration of the Tower Station, which was like the big, you know, it was a big deal on Route 66. And the U-Drop Inn and Cafe. So now the U-Drop Inn and Cafe, I'm just gonna run across 66 and hope nobody, I've been jaywalking across highways a lot today. Oh, you can charge your Tesla. Got Tesla charging stations over here. I guess I could have parked here somewhere, but I don't know. I was just like, whatever. Make it my own. So here is the cafe. Go and get. They are closed. So here, let's look at their Texas 66 here. They're closed all day on Sunday, but they're 9 to 6 the rest of the week. So if it was a different day, we're here on Sunday. So, and then here's the old gas station. There's a gift shop that would be open on a day when it's open. And visitor information in here too. And here's this. Oh, this is so cool to see this. Like, all this is what it would look like back in its heyday, like when it was functional. Pretty. I don't know. Oh, hello, puppy dog out the window. Startled me. So here it is from this angle. Look at this. Wow. And can you imagine this like lit up at night, and you're like driving, and you probably don't have windshield wipers because it's back in the day and you're just doing your best, and then this comes up and you're like, oh, I can make it now. I can make it through another day. All right, so this was made in the early 1930s. So yeah, my assessment of you might have been here without windshield wipers, I think is actually accurate. You just put your car in here. See, yeah, no windshield wipers. Look at that. Look at that. I learned something from On the Road. Side note, did you ever think there was a book that you read as a child over and over, like obsessively, and then it led to your behaviors as a 40-something? We should talk about that later. Oh, this is just so cool. I wish we could go inside. But you know what? We'll be back someday, and we'll do it then. We made it to Oklahoma. Okay, so we're on Route 40 right now. It's big traffic here. So this is like the new 66. The old 66, you can follow parts of it, but we have places to be. So we got the Oklahoma sign. There is a little place to pull over on the side of the road if you want to see this. Also, there's the Welcome to Texas sign. The Texas state line is right behind you, and if you're really ambitious and there's a lot of traffic coming by, you can run across the road and see it. I wouldn't recommend doing it because you might die, but looks like it would be possible. But anyway, welcome to Oklahoma! Okay, we're entering the might get murdered portion of the trip we are on now, historic Route 66. We did take the exit into Texola, and this is the one-room jail, which is open, and I think you can go into it. But you know what? We're just gonna keep moseying on. We're gonna get to Weatherford by dark, okay? It's really tempting, and I'm realizing how white people die so easily in horror movies, but we're not gonna do that, I promise. Wondering, I didn't know that there was a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater on Route 66, but as it turns out there is. We're in, funny you should ask, we're in Erick, Oklahoma, established 1901 on historic Route 66. We got a lot to take in here, okay? We got some really funny signs back there, so we're gonna look at that. But Sheb Woolley is the person who wrote the song Purple People Eater, and here one is for you. What's this? This is the Dixie. Is this like old? This is really nice tile here. Was this from the old? Was this the spot of an old dance hall or something? All right, we got all these funny signs. Let's not. The goal is to not step on any snakes in this journey today. $50 fine for failure to read this sign. These are funny. Out of whack, more whack has been ordered. Attention. You are not allowed to do anything that begins with, hey y'all, watch this. Visitors with no sense of humor are advised to turn back now. We can stay. We have a sense of humor. Erick, Oklahoma. Population 1,000 plus 2 grumps and 3 old busybodies. On this February 7th, 1952, nothing happened. Okay, King of the Road, Roger Miller. Trailer for sale. I don't think we want to stay in that trailer. I mean, I would do it. Let's see. Warning, this sign is only a distraction. If you notice this notice, you will notice that this notice is not worth noticing. Oh my god, these are hilarious. Sign not in use. Beware of just... This is like the big mood of my life right now. Beware of, well, just beware. Sewer cleaner and pool filler. We don't use the same truck. Private poetry. Trespassers. My dad would love this. He would be getting such a kick out of all these. I gotta make sure I get pictures of all these and send them to my mom. So we're in Erick, Oklahoma. We stopped for gas and we filled it for $3.19 a gallon, which felt like steel in this day and age. So, and nothing's open because it's Sunday. Don't do this drive on a Sunday. Stay in like a big town on a Sunday. We are in Sayre. S-A-Y-R-E. Sayre, Oklahoma. This is Beckham County. This is a little guy. Look at, he's cross-eyed. He's so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Look at him in this little suit out here doing duties and stuff. Just being responsible. This is the Beckham County Courthouse, which is really cool. That's like a copper roof, I guess. Very beautiful. This was featured in the movie The Grapes of Wrath, and it's like right off of 66 here. It is so cold now. I have shorts on because it was 102 degrees when I left Texas, and now I am just shivering in this wind. So this is the Beckham County Courthouse in Sayre, Oklahoma. Here's a little downtown here. You can see behind us. Humble beginnings, you know. Getting the same traditional little like downtown scene here. Get a good picture of that. I wish that movie marquee was lit up. Look here, let's turn around. Get a better picture. Now you can really see the top there. It's really good. There's this very cool movie marquee here. I don't think that they actually show movies here though, because inside it's like some old movie posters, and then I think this is Sam, who used to be at Sam's Cafe, or Cafe Sam in Pittsburgh. Now that Cafe Sam is closed, she found her second career in Sayre, Oklahoma. As far as I can tell, we are still in Sayre, Oklahoma. So if that's wrong, it's been recently used. Here's the car wash, the 66 car wash, but it has this cool map here listing all the states and the path that 66 takes from Chicago to Santa Monica. And then we have this cool mural here on the side of the 66 lounge, which I don't think that's still open. I don't know. Nothing's open on a Sunday. Look, that's what we're learning, but that's really cool. Okay, we reached the cool sign portion of Route 66. This is the famous Western Motel sign that is like, I wish we were here a little bit later and see it lit up, but at the same time, we have places to be, so it's okay. But we're getting a beautiful sunset behind us. Look at this. Long before these crowded streets, here stood my dreaming tree. It's totally cold, and there's the It's My Life, It's Your Life thrift store. So we will not be staying here tonight because we have places to be, but I just love that sign. Like, I love that sign. Okay, we're here freezing our bits and parts off in Elk City, Oklahoma. I'm gonna take Layla out for a picture. It's too cold for her right now. This week we were at 102 degrees. Now we're at 60 degrees. We're 40 degrees now. But look how cool this sign is. Oh my gosh. So this is the museum here. Okay, so you can pull over here. We got stuff going on in this building here, and then we got like trading posts and little things here, and then we have, oh my god, I'm so cold. Myrtle, the Kachina doll. Look how cool that is. Wait, let me get her face in there. That's here, and there's like parking right here, and if it was, you know, daytime, we would be checking it out, but we're not a Sunday because nothing's open on Sundays. Let's review the important things. Nothing's open on a Sunday. Yes, hello friends, we're at the tallest and creepiest oil rig I've ever seen. We are still in Elk City. We're about to be heading out of Elk City. Oh my god, I'm so cold. I'm dying in this wind, but we had to stop and see the Parker Drilling Company's terrifyingly huge oil rig that's making sounds. And we're gonna go because it's ghosts. Right, we made it into Weatherford in time to stop for food here. I'm just going to go because I just want to get tucked in with Layla Grace. It's chilly. So here we go. It looks like in here. It's supposed to be really cool inside. The steakhouse. Hello. What night is it? Sunday night. We're in Weatherford. We checked into our place. Food from Lucille's was delicious. So good. And now we're walking over. I'm walking over. Layla's in bed. Walking over to see the Spaceman, who they have named Major Tom. Which I don't know about because my understanding is that Major Tom doesn't make it back. It doesn't go so well. Tell my wife I love her very much. She knows. That's how it ends. So anyway, but we're gonna go see Major Tom. He was not named that the last time we saw him, which was in October. So I'm trying to get my steps in and try to stop and get a dessert on the way back. Because I ordered a dessert and they didn't have it, I guess, and I didn't get it in my food. So that's the plan right now. And then make myself a little cocktail and go to bed. All right, don't want to spoil the surprise until we get there. So here we are, Weatherford, 626. There he is. He's so tall and cool and spooky. This is why we're staying here tonight, because I wanted to see him at night again, but I also was like, I want to see him in the morning. Look at him. So Weatherford is the space city, but there's like a rocket place here. I'm explaining this so well. There he is, though. Oh, I'll take your selfie. Oh, I can take a selfie with him. This is exciting. Okay, this is new. And, oh, here, look. Different from last time that we were here. There's his name. Major Tom. Cute. Oh, he's cool. It doesn't, like, do it justice to see, like, I'm sure on the video. Look, in his, you can see the reflection in his, I don't know if you can tell from here. The reflection in his helmet is Earth. So, let's get a picture. Yeah, I didn't bring Layla because there are rocking chairs moving by themselves over here. So like somebody's ghost. Poor baby Bean. She's had a lot of run-ins with ghosts on this trip. She was terrified of the Alamo this morning. She was like, ghosts everywhere, mother. Okay. Land yourself here. I don't know why I think Weatherford's so cute, but I do. Discover our space. Yeah, right? Because you have the Space Center here. And it is, as I mentioned, called Space City. This Weatherford. And I'm not going to go to the museum, but there's a museum and some stuff to see. Here it is. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. It's our last big day on the road for stops. We have more stops than I think we can pull off, but we're going to try our best. So we're going to head out right now. We stopped to see the Spaceman this morning. Because Layla hadn't seen him last night. Got a picture. We're getting a very late start because I was trying to like just get my life together this morning. Life is pretty much together. We're gonna get going right now. Eye on the prize, goal oriented. We have so many cool things to show you today. All right, here is the famous wind turbine. I thought about stopping here last night to see if it was lit up, and there are lights facing it, so I'm assuming it would be, but this is on the other end of town from where we were staying. But we got a wind turbine here with all this cool stuff. I love it. I want to try to get Layla up here, but she's like, the wind is freaking her out. So got some good pictures. She did have a nice little trot around and some sniffing this morning. But yeah, there's a little park over here. This is where the city hall is right here, Weatherford City Hall, and it's the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall is here as well. So stuff to see, and I believe there's something else nearby too. They have a little mini filling station over there by the kids' playground, which is cute. And but this so this is a wind turbine from an actual windmill. That's how huge they are. Some of them, not all of them are that big, but some of them. It's very cool. If you remember when we visited the windmill park outside of Palm Springs, I was like freaking out. It was so exciting. But this is it. Here it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful mural. Okay, so over here we have this Route 66, and then we have this road marker of all the places in Oklahoma that are in the towns along Route 66. So we're going to be seeing, we've already seen Elk City last night. I don't remember if we saw, I guess are these not in order? Maybe not. Yeah, they're not exactly in order. Okay. We saw Sayre. Everything that's pointing the other way. Clinton we went through. and Elk City. We got a lot more to see today, so we're gonna get on the road here. We're gonna see one more thing here. This is their little war memorial here, which is very nice. Flags up there. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day, but it's very windy. Oh, as soon as I try to talk, the wind. I don't have my microphone. I don't know, it's in my bag somewhere, but I don't know where. So you may be saying, why is it Space City, right? So Weatherford, Space City, is home to Thomas Stafford, who was a NASA astronaut. And then they have the Stafford Air and Space Museum, which is actually part of the Smithsonian, I guess. So that's here. So like, I really, if you're gonna do 66, right, and you're gonna take your time, and you're not gonna be ridiculous like I am, going real fast, trying to be goal oriented. Oh jeez, can you hear move? The wind. I would spend, like, I would do 2 nights in Weatherford. I would drive in at night, sightsee all day, get here, stay overnight, spend a whole day to see stuff around here. There's like plenty of places to eat. Lucille's was incredible food last night. The Best Western's very nice hotel. There was ice cream. We got ice cream before bed. Just really a nice, lots of stuff to see here. And it's like a real town. Some of the other towns are much smaller, don't really have much of a, it's cool to drive through and see and shop a little bit, but then not much to see there. This, I would say, plan this for 2 days so that you have one whole day so you can go to the museum. There's another couple museums within like 20 minutes driving that you can see on 66. So I would do this as your 2-day stop if I was planning like a cross-country trip, which apparently I will be doing again in September. Y'all, we still haven't left Weatherford. I don't know how to break the news. There's this tunnel here, and this tunnel goes to the other museum, the Heritage Museum of some kind. But there's this awesome mural on the little underpass thingy here. Welcome to Weatherford, it says on this side. And then we got the astronaut here. I'm just standing in the road. I gotta get on the road. It's the Heartland of America Museum is the other museum. This is just like right on the other side of town. Here leaving Weatherford. So, and Lucille's is like down that way. That's where we picked up dinner last night. So, yeah, there's a lot to see here. So we're gonna be headed to a different part of Oklahoma soon. But we wanted to make sure we've seen a lot of Weatherford. I'm running across the street. We're just, we're doing our best. We are at our first stop outside of Weatherford. This is the Bridgeport Bridge. Okay, so you can see there's an old map here of 66. So in 1926, 66, you had to do this little situation here, go all over those towns and then come down. In 1934, I don't even know if my camera, I have my glasses on and it's polarized. There we go. In 1934, they constructed this bridge in 32 and 33, I think, yeah. They finished it in 34, so then Route 66 could just come straight across here. So we're here on the bridge. And we just came from, this Hinton Junction was like a service station here, but it's no longer there. It says remnants remain, but we didn't came that direction. I didn't see anything. But I was also rocking out because 70s on 7 played the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which is my jam any time of the year. So anyway, so here we are. So we're bypassing. I wonder how this affected like these little towns here, because you used to go up through all of this, and now we just go across. And we are going to, Calumet, I think, is something we're going to stop at still. So I guess if you're doing 66, you could do these little turnoffs here, which maybe we do. I don't know, y'all. I'm just like freeballing this map today. So, but here, I've talked enough about it. Here is the Bridgeport Bridge. It's really cool. It's been obviously touched up a little bit, but here it is. And there's actually this little parking area. This is on the east side of the bridge. So if you're coming from the west, coming west to east, you go across this way. If you're coming east to west, you come this way. So it's on the eastern terminus of the bridge. It's this little parking area. So you can read that little exhibit there, learn about it, and then you can get a nice closer view of the bridge without just driving over it. It's pretty long. I'm not sure how long, but I was surprised at how long we were on it. Because I kept going like, I'm going to miss a picture of this, and I didn't. So here we are, the Bridgeport Bridge of Route 66 in Oklahoma. Stopped at the Oklahoma Cherokee Trading Post because I was trying to find a t-shirt, and I didn't find a t-shirt, but I did get some cute little pottery. But apparently buffalo is a state animal in Oklahoma. You get that impression very fast. There are real buffalo in here. Hold on, they're making me walk all the way to the bottom. There's 2 women here. They're like, no pictures, please. No pictures, please. My buddy. Okay, so here's the billboard that you would see off the 40 over here. Vibes are something, I don't know. Lots of actual Native American stuff for sale. That's what I got, 2 little, one for me and one for my mom. I think it's owned by white people. I'm not 100% sure, that was unclear. But they do have a lot of Native American artists with really beautiful stuff in there. So, gas station, convenience store. Walk down this hill towards the KOA and you can see these buffalo. You know, lots of variety here. So, it's worth a stop, I guess. I'll evaluate a little bit more later. All right, we're stopped along the road here. So we're actually on the old parts of 66 for this part of the trip, which is pretty cool. I'm just pulled over on the side of the road, like really like a degenerate, but these are the American giants. So we have, oh God, Paul Bunyan, I guess, or I don't know, maybe generic Paul Bunyan. We have Wonder Woman, and then we have Creepy Muffler Man down there, or he's the milkman, but yeah, he looks like the guy from, oh my God, what was the Atlantic City, oh my God, program on HBO. I had to Google it, Boardwalk Empire. I could not come up with that, but anyway, so this is what we have along the road here. I don't know if there's anything else with these guys, or they're just on the side of this road, but this is actually the old 66 here. So you're not on 40, which is like modern day, travels a similar route to 66. You're on the old real road, which is pretty cool. All right, we've made it to Reno, Oklahoma. Layla's in the car. We're going to, this is home of Sid's world famous onion burger. So I'm gonna see if they're open, if we can get an onion burger to go. Try it. I want to get this cool mural over here too. And a crosswalk. Surely it'll go well. Okay, here is the mural here at the filling station. So I'll show you that in a second. Here, we'll walk over there. Crossroads of America, El Reno, Oklahoma. All right, so here's the filling station. So this has been restored and it's now a little gift shop. I think they might have snacks and stuff inside. Let's go in and see, because I am still looking for a t-shirt. I really want a Route 66 t-shirt on this trip. May happen, may not. But we got the old gas pumps here. Really cool. And then there's the mural there. Some cool old signs there, paintings. That's a quilt actually. Then I put my little stamp on here. And here's the 2 classic cars in here. And they have the, they do have the passport books here. They have the 100th anniversary ones. Oh, here's the guest book we can sign. And then they're a place to get a stamp if you already have your passport. All right, so El Reno in Oklahoma is famous for its onion burgers. Okay, so we're hungry anyway. We're gonna stop. It says Sid's is pet friendly outside. We can sit outside. So we're gonna stop there. We're gonna have an onion burger and try it. Well, I am. Layla can't. But definitely go in the filling station. It's a super cute spot. The woman who runs it is really nice, informative, can answer questions that you have. They have really cute t-shirts. I ended up buying a t-shirt and a couple stickers. But let's go over across the street here and let's try an onion burger. Famous onion burger. Okay, we got the famous Sid's onion burger. You did not. You got a weenie. We got her weenie. It's just like a hot dog. A hot dog in a roll. That's so funny. But look at the onions. Wow, that's a lot. I can't imagine I'm going to finish this whole thing, but we're going to try. It's a 1/4 pound burger, and they have a bunch that you can... this is their little outdoor like enclosed patio thingy here, which is perfect because we can't deal, like the wind is not bothering us here. But you can order on this little kiosk over here, and then they brought it to us because we have our puppy, so I don't have to leave her. So sadness, she doesn't know she's getting a weenie yet. Would you like your last bite of weenie? Oh, did you get it? You got it. Good job. Oh, that's the paper. Good girl. Okay, we are here at Yukon. We're in Yukon, Oklahoma right now. Yukon, Oklahoma. This is Yukon's best flour and mill and grain company. You know I love a good old sign. So we got a picture of the flour bags there. We got this 66, and you know who's in the center there? That's Garth Brooks, because Yukon is home, birthplace of Garth Brooks. So we are parked with flashers on in an area that maybe we're not supposed to be parked in, but we had to see this. How cool is this? We got the silos over here, the grain silos, and this is so cool. I am glad that we stopped to see this. There's train tracks right here, so we're right along the train, across the way. Competitor mill, I guess. I don't know if this is still in use or not. I mean, obviously I don't think this one is because there's nothing going on here, but if this brand is still. But that was so cool. All right, our next stop, we are about to enter the town of Bethany, Oklahoma, and this is the Overholt Bridge, which is a famous, okay, so this is Bicycle 66. That's part of what we're on, so we're kind of like alternating between the historic 66 route, which is marked by brown signs that say historic route 66. So if you follow those, they're not like great, like you'll know that you're on them, but they're not like great at like continue this way all the time. So just warning about that. They're somewhat useful trail signs. So, but this is, you can bike across here, and then this little park here, there's a trail that goes through here, and then this is like a lake. Like, I didn't know there was a lake here. Here we are, a random lake in Oklahoma. Yeah, so you can, I guess you could probably like boat on this, kayak on this, and then here is the famous bridge. And so that, we did not go, we were on the other side of that bridge, but you can cross over this bridge in your car, on your bike or whatever. It's very pretty here. Layla like wants to get out, and then I'm trying to ask her if she wants to get out. She's like, no. She's like, I have a belly full of weenie. She loved the Sid's Diner weenie. So highly rated by adorable dogs. Let's check on her and see how she's doing. She's, oh. What are you doing in there, ma'am? Listening to The Cure? Oh, I see. Okay, we're in Oklahoma City now, or like the outskirts, I guess. This is the famous Milk Bottle Grocery. It's this little building. I'll back up so I guess you can see the rest of the building. There's a little sign here that this was officially dedicated on the National Register of Historic Places. So it was an old milk grocery, a dairy grocery, and now it's this weird little abandoned thing here. Here's a better view of it from here. You can see the whole bottle. You can see how tiny this little grocery is. It's on the corner of this intersection here, and we're parked in the abandoned Rite Aid parking lot here to see it. So that is that. We got somebody riding a buffalo here, a mural. Good stuff. So right in the middle of this area, which is like, it looks a little, there's a lot of closed stuff. Like it's maybe not the best revitalized area here. There's this random gold dome building. I don't know. We're in the parking lot. We're hoping there's no nails. We're gonna turn around and keep going, but just had to stop and look at this. Like, was this a bank? What was this in its heyday? We need to find out. I think we're supposed to be like 6 hours ahead of where we are, but we're doing our best. We're in Edmond, Oklahoma right now, and this is the Arby's. There is a very nice mural here, Route 66 mural in downtown Edmond. Across the way we have another flour mill. That's pretty cool. It's no Minneapolis flour mills. Those are like really impressive, but keeping the spirit alive. Historic Route 66. All right, I'm completely reevaluating the rest of the day and what's going to happen, because we just like the traffic around Oklahoma City was so bad. It took us so long to get through there. We already started late. We are at Pops on 66. So we're gonna go in here and see, we get some root beer probably. That's what we're gonna do. But it's that like giant bottle sculpture out front, and it's a gas station here and a little shop. I'm just gonna pop in real quick. You can see all the bottles out here once we get closer. There's all the bottles out here. It's pretty cool. So many different. These are for display only, so they're not getting waters or bottles that have been all sitting in the sun for all that time. Okay, next stop. We're gonna get to town at like 2 in the morning. It's fine. This is the Threatt station here in Luther, Oklahoma. We're still in Oklahoma. And this was a famous stop along 66 that was like more specifically catered to black travelers who were coming through. So there's the sign here, a little thing, and then the filling station is over here. It's been nicely restored. Still following the theme of trying not to get bit by a snake while wandering around. So this is the Threatt filling station. We are in Luther, Oklahoma. You see the gas stuff here. We're at a red light. Perfect timing. We don't even have to get out of the car. There is the Skyliner Motel, the famous sign. Looks like it's been recently redone, but the Skyliner Motel, I believe, is no longer. Unless that's that building behind it. It might be open again. It looks like it actually reopened, so pretty cool. Reporting live to you from Stroud, Oklahoma. 100 years of Route 66. Here's a nice little mural that they have here in their little town marquee. And here's the little downtown area. If you're curious about what that looks like. Finally got off we were on the turnpike a little bit. Now we got back to a regular little area here, so. I kind of want to put Layla in a chair over there to take a picture of her, but I feel like shouldn't be testing my luck. Really cool mural here. We're headed to the Rock Cafe. There's a couple little spots to stop in town to see cool stuff like this. Look, the tree. The tree is carved with Route 66. That's really a nice touch too. Okay, in Stroud is this famous Rock Cafe, which has been here a long stop for a very long time. I'm not the only one stopping here. They got the cars from the movie Cars. And this is they're not open today. Here it is, the passport stamp, but they are not open today, so we're out of luck for that. But gonna get back on the drive. We just pulled over real fast here. We're in Sapulpa. This is the famous TP Drive-In. So you can see they just redid that sign. It's brand new, but it looks really cool at night. It's not open tonight, but there is the drive-in theater over there. So this was around for a long time, and then I believe it closed and now has reopened. But if you like Ryan Gosling, come back later this week. They're playing Project Hail Mary. All right, so we're in Tulsa. I tried to cut out a couple stops because I really want to come back and do like a little bit more here. But here's the famous Meadow Gold milk and ice cream. That sign here, and now it's been turned into some shops and I think some housing maybe also. So we're gonna see, this is Meadow Gold Mac, the friendly lumberjack. You were worried he was a jag-off. He's not. He's the friendly lumberjack. And we tried to go to the Neon Park, and he's got a little shop. I guess he's not open, till 5:30. And you know, this is so late. We're here much later than 5:30, so there's a little gift shop there. And then I think they also have, it says Meadow Gold Shops and Lofts. I'm assuming they must have housing here too. So we're in like the outskirts. There's the downtown. You can see over there. We're headed out of town because I just didn't have time to get into town and find parking and do all the things I want to do. So that's for another day. Okay, across the street here we have I don't know, this guy. He's looking into my soul in a way that I don't enjoy. But here's the threatening muffler man with a guitar. I don't know if he's supposed to be anybody, but okay, let's go back over. Some Meadow Gold from here, real nice. And we're gonna go, I think we have a giant Rosie the Riveter coming up. If you love giant things and muffler men, this part of town is for you. So we got this little pig with the David Bowie makeup. I appreciate that. This is Buck Adams Curios, Cosmic Curios, and they're closed because of who I am as a person. In a way, it's good because then I'll be stopping even longer. But you know, we have a little food truck here. We got this cowgirl here, Cosmic Space Cowgirl. She's got a space laser thingy. She is Stella Adam Space Cowgirl. I stand corrected. So yeah, here's the little shop that you could go in if you were better at planning things to be there when they're open. not really my strong suit, but I believe this is a place that you can stop and get a stamp too. So here's their sign, which will be lit up in a little bit here. And then here is the Space Cowboy. It's a lot going on. He's kind of like the Atomic Man over in Illinois, wherever that is. And he's got a cowboy hat on, and it's a lot going on. All right, there is Rosie the Riveter across the street. We got 100 Years of 66 murals over here at the Coney. Oh, they have Coney Island dogs there. And there's Coney dogs, whatever they're called. There's Rosie the Riveter. So this concludes our tour, I think, of all the giants in this area. And we're gonna get back on the road, and we're gonna have to, this is the part where we have to start focusing. We wanna see the Golden Driller, and then I think that's gonna be our last stop, maybe. Okay, here we are. I think this might be our final planned stop of the night. We're just gonna try to get on the regular road. The Golden Driller, he is the symbol of the International Petroleum Exposition. He's in a parking lot at Expo Square in Golden Driller Plaza. There he is. He's at the edge of, as you're going east out of Tulsa. He's there. All right, everybody, that is the conclusion of our little stretch of Route 66, our first stretch of 66 of the year. There's going to be several more. Thank you all for coming along with me. We are headed home. We're in the parking garage at the Drury right now. We stayed at the Drury Union Station, which is right next to the Ferris wheel. It's under renovations right now, so it's not in its best fighting form here, but it's still pretty cool. I love how a Drury takes over a weird old building and repurposes it. So got some breakfast, got some coffee. It's about 10:30 at home time, so we have about 10 hours of driving today. So we're gonna get home tonight. It'll be good. We're gonna get there. Can't wait to see husband. He has cleaned the house while we were gone, so that's very exciting. Can't wait to see the clean house too. But yeah, that's the first stretch of 66. So I just drove through the night. I got here about 1:30, or I guess actually about 1 o'clock. And yeah, so we didn't stop anywhere after Tulsa because it was getting dark, and I was like, I have 6 hours to drive. I don't know how the travel time mathed yesterday, because it didn't. So anyway, next 66 trip will be, I'm planning at the end of June will be the next one. So that's gonna be Kansas, I think. And that's gonna be Missouri and Kansas, I think is gonna be that one. So we'll see. That'll be the next one, but we have some other trips coming up, some more stuff going on. I have to get back to writing my book instead of just traipsing around the country. So all right, I will see you all when I get back, and thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here, and as always, my friends, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you in my next video.